Hey guys, it is Tag Tuesday. I did not know Tag Tuesday was a thing, but it's a thing. And I had two people tag me for two different tags, but they're both pretty short ones. So I'm going to do them both in this video. I'm going to try and keep it pretty short because I have already filmed this video twice and lost the footage. And so I realize that's just my camera's way of telling me that I talk too much and I need to chill it out. So the first tag is the blessing tag, and that was by Federica of Almost Perfect Me. She is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I will include her a link to her channel in the description box, so you should check her out. She's so cute. Now she called it the blessing tag, and I actually watched her video no less than 5 times, and I still never figured out what the actual tag was. So I'm just gonna say 3 things that we feel blessed for. Now, I don't really like the word blessed. It just sort of has a religious connotation to me, which I don't really vibe with. So I'm going to go with grateful. I definitely feel very grateful for a lot of things, and so I'm just going to swap out that word. So 3 things that I am grateful for. Number 1 is a very understanding and great boss and company that I work for. I have really needed a lot of special attention this year in terms of missing work for doctor's appointments and for being ill. And my boss has been incredible and very accommodating to me, and I'm very grateful for that. And the second one is sort of along similar veins, is that I am very grateful that I have health insurance and good health insurance, and that I have the ability to keep working and pay for that health insurance, because I see a lot of doctors and may need a lot of procedures in the future. And I'm just very grateful that I can see any specialists that I need to see. And yeah, I'm grateful for that. And the third one sounds a little weird, but I am grateful that I have the desire to get better. I know a few people who don't have that desire, who are unfortunately also chronically ill, and they just feel hopeless and stuck and like they don't have any desire to help themselves live a better life. And I totally can understand that. It does feel like a hopeless situation a lot of the times. But I am very grateful that I personally feel like I can still live a good life despite my illness, and despite having to like just take some days off from life. Some days, some hours, I just can't do anything, and that's okay. That's okay. Because as a whole, life keeps moving and opportunities keep coming. And even if you have to say no to some, they will keep coming, but you have to be open to it. And you have to have that desire to want to live life. So I'm grateful for that. And the second tag is the self-love tag by Cynthia. Thank you, Cynthia, for tagging me / everyone. Cynthia is awesome, and she's very motivating, and she makes fun little videos about her health and fitness and weight loss journey, but also a lot about self-love and caring for yourself. And I think that's really sweet. So her tag was the self-love tag, and it's just naming 3 things that you love about yourself. And uh, at the risk of sounding like a self-loathing person, it was really hard for me to think of anything. I don't hate myself. I just can't think of anything specific that makes me better. And now I have to finish this video on my phone. I'm so sorry. What a mess today. Trying to film, and then my camera died, and then I filmed everything, I loaded on my computer, and it said the files were no good, and now I just started again, and the battery died. So I'm almost done. I'm just gonna finish on here. I apologize for the shakiness and the different lighting, but it is what it is. So I left off with the self-love tag, and that it was hard for me to think of anything, but I thought of 3 things, and here we go. Number 1 is that I really like that that people feel safe and heard and loved by me. I feel like in my earlier days, like my school days, especially high school, I was sort of a motherly figure to a lot of my friends, and I gave a lot of advice, and I know that I have been told that that was a very helpful thing to a lot of my friends when they needed it. And even to this day, I actually just got a message yesterday from an old friend who was rereading her old journals, and she sent me a message to tell me how much I was in her journals because of how much I helped her, and how great my advice was, and that she wanted me to know how much she appreciated my kindness back then and even now. And that really touched me, but that's exactly what I want, and I'm really glad that that's something about me that that people like. So that makes me like it myself. Number 2 is that I am very polite and very kind and very courteous, and that means a lot to me. To be courteous to strangers, to non-strangers, to coworkers, to everyone. I think it's really important to open doors and help people and say thank you and say pardon me and all those things. It's just very sort of traditional, but I was raised that way, and I feel pretty strongly about that, and I like that about myself. And the 3rd thing, I really wanted to try and get something physical, to say that I like about myself, because I think that's important. But I couldn't really think of something really specific, like, oh, I like my eyes or whatever, because no, I'm fine with that. But I did think of one thing, which is that I look a lot like my mom. And sometimes when I see a picture of myself and I look a lot like her, it makes me feel good. It makes me think of her and how much I love her, and I think that is a sweet thing. So that's it. That's my 3 self-love items. And I won't be tagging anyone because I am like 2 weeks late with this tag as it is. I think everyone else has already done it, and I don't really have any YouTube buddies just yet besides these 2 lovely ladies, Federica and Cynthia. So if you want to be my YouTube buddy and do like tags and stuff, then just leave me a comment with your channel, and I'd love to be YouTube buddies, and we can tag each other and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you take a moment today to think about things that you're grateful for, and then also things that you're awesome at, because I know that you're awesome at being you, and no one else can do that. So you're cool. And I will talk to you later. Bye.